We got your life as every CIA Black Ops rank. Would I be a CIA nigga? I feel like being a CIA nigga would be fun, to be a spy and just be able to like, but I wouldn't be able to live life. That's like pretty much like a celebrity almost. Damn near. But let's see. Would y'all do it though? Let me know.
You apply online like everyone else. There's a form on the CIA website. You fill in your name, your education, your work history. You click submit and wait. 6 months later, you get an email. They want to interview you. You fly to Virginia on your own dime. The building looks like any other government office. Fluorescent lights, bad coffee.
You can just apply to be a CIA nigga.
A man in a gray suit asks you questions for 4 hours. Where did you grow up? What languages do you speak? Have you ever used drugs? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever traveled to certain countries? The questions seem random, but they're not. They're building a profile. They're looking for patterns. They're looking for lies. You pass the interview. Then comes the polygraph. You sit in a chair with sensors strapped to your chest, your fingers, your arm. A technician asks you questions while monitoring your heart rate, your breathing, your skin conductivity. Have you ever committed a crime you weren't caught for? Have you ever betrayed a friend? Have you ever had thoughts about harming yourself or others? The machine can't actually detect lies, but you don't know that. You sweat. You stutter. You tell the truth because you're terrified of what happens if you don't. 3 weeks later, you get a letter. You've been accepted into the clandestine service trainee program. Welcome to the CIA. Level 2, the trainee. They send you to Camp Peary, Virginia. The locals call it the farm. It's 9,000 acres of woods, swamps, and training facilities surrounded by fences and armed guards. For the next 18 months, this is your home. You wake up at 5 a.m. You run 5 miles before breakfast. You sit in classrooms learning about foreign governments, terrorist organizations, and intelligence tradecraft. Tradecraft is the CIA's word for spy skills. You learn how to spot surveillance. There's a car that's been behind you for 3 turns. There's a man reading a newspaper who looked at you twice. There's a woman on a park bench who was at the coffee shop this morning. You learn to see patterns that civilians miss. You learn how to lose a tail. You duck into a department store, walk through 3 floors, exit through the loading dock, hop in a waiting car, and disappear. You learn how to pick locks, crack safes, plant bugs, and photograph documents without being detected. You practice on real equipment. The safes come from embassies.
So, a legal criminal. Got it.
The locks come from government buildings. You learn how to recruit assets, which is their word for convincing people to betray their countries. You study psychology, manipulation, persuasion. You learn the 4 motivations: money, ideology, coercion, and ego. Everyone fits into one of these categories. Your job is to figure out which one and exploit it. You run practice operations in nearby cities: Richmond, Norfolk, Washington. Your instructors play the role of foreign intelligence officers trying to catch you. If they catch you, you fail. If you fail too many times, you're out. The washout rate is 40%. Some people crack under the pressure. Some people can't handle the deception. Some people are too moral for this work. The people who make it aren't necessarily the smartest or the strongest. They're the ones who can think on their feet. They're the ones who can lie convincingly to anyone, including themselves. They're the ones who can compartmentalize, who can do terrible things and then go home and eat dinner with their families like nothing happened.
Wow.
You graduate in the top 15% of your class. They give you a badge and a cover identity. You are now a CIA operations officer. Your real career is about to begin. Level 3, the case officer. Your first posting is an embassy in Eastern Europe, a former Soviet bloc country still figuring out whether it's going to be an ally or an adversary. Officially, you're a political attaché. Your name is on a diplomatic list. You have an office in the embassy. You attend diplomatic functions in uncomfortable suits, making small talk with people you're secretly evaluating as potential targets. You shake hands with local officials and remember everything they say. You write reports about economic conditions and political developments that go into classified cables back to Washington. Unofficially, you're a spy. Your real job is to recruit assets. An asset is anyone who has access to information you want. A government official who attends cabinet meetings. A military officer who knows troop deployments. A scientist working on weapons programs. a businessman who travels to places Americans can't go, a secretary who handles classified documents. Anyone with access is a potential target. You identify targets. You study their habits, their weaknesses, their vulnerabilities. Does he have money problems? Does she have a sick child who needs expensive treatment? Is he ideologically sympathetic to American values? Is she angry at her government for some personal slight? Everyone has a pressure point. Your job is to find it and press it. Your first recruitment takes 8 months. He's a mid-level bureaucrat in the foreign ministry. He has access to diplomatic cables. He has gambling debts. You approach him at a casino. You buy him drinks. You become his friend. You loan him money to cover his losses. Then you loan him more. Then more. By the time he realizes what's happening, he owes you $50,000. You don't ask him to betray his country. You ask him to share some documents. Just a few. Nothing important. Just enough to pay off his debt. He agrees. He has no choice. You now have an asset inside the foreign ministry. You file a report. Your supervisors are pleased. Level 4, the knock. Most CIA officers work under official cover. They're diplomats or military attachés or trade representatives. They have badges. They have offices in the embassy. If they get caught doing something they shouldn't, they have diplomatic immunity. They get expelled from the country. It's embarrassing, but not dangerous. Their families are safe. Their careers continue. You're offered something different. Non-official cover. Knock. Pronounced knock. It's the most dangerous job in the intelligence community. You won't have diplomatic protection. You won't have an embassy to run to. You won't have a badge or a government ID or anything connecting you to the United States government. If you get caught, you're on your own. The CIA will deny you exist. The State Department will deny you exist. The President will deny you exist. You'll be prosecuted under local laws. In some countries, that means prison. In others, it means torture. In others, it means a bullet in the back of the head and an unmarked grave. The pay is better. The mission is more important. The risks are astronomical. You say yes. They build you a legend. That's their word for a fake identity. You're now a businessman. You work for a consulting firm that doesn't actually do any consulting. It's a CIA front company with real offices, real employees, and real clients. None of them know who you really are. You travel to countries where America officially has no intelligence presence. You meet people the embassy can't meet. You recruit assets the diplomatic service could never approach. You live your cover 24 hours a day. Your neighbors think you're a management consultant. Your girlfriend thinks you travel for work. Your parents think you quit the government years ago. The only people who know the truth are your handlers back at Langley. You haven't seen them in person in 2 years. All communication goes through dead drops and encrypted messages. You are completely alone. Level 5, the paramilitary officer. They pull you out of knock work after your cover is almost blown in Beirut. A local intelligence service got suspicious. They started following you. They photographed you meeting with an asset. You spotted the surveillance and aborted, but it was close. Too close. You're not burned, but you're compromised. You can never go back to that region. They offer you a new path. The Special Activities Division, SAD. This is the CIA's paramilitary arm. These aren't spies who occasionally carry guns. These are soldiers who occasionally gather intelligence. The most elite unit within SAD is the Special Operations Group, or SOG. These are the people who go where the military can't go. They do the jobs that are too sensitive, too deniable, too illegal for official armed forces. You go through another round of training. This time it's not lockpicking and surveillance detection. It's 6 months of the most intense military training on the planet. Small unit tactics, close quarters combat, explosives and demolitions.
I ain't gonna lie, that pillow low-key fries though.
Advanced weapons training with every firearm made in the last 50 years. High altitude parachute operation.
What's goulash? Y'all know what the fuck that is?
Operations, combat diving, survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Most of your instructors are former Delta Force.
Do you love me? Yeah. What y'all think?
Or SEAL Team 6. The best of the best, now working for the agency. They don't care about your recruitment skills.
You believe in me too? Did that sound convincing to y'all? No, no, no. Yes, yes.
They care about whether you can kick down a door and clear a room without getting your team killed. Your first mission is in.
Shall I just put that pillow back out there?
If you want to.
Just in case she do come back in.
Hello?
Yeah. Even if it's not frozen? Yeah.
Afghanistan. You're part of a team hunting high-value targets. Al-Qaeda leadership, Taliban commanders, bomb makers who have killed American soldiers.
Damn.
You spend 3 months living in a mud compound in the mountains, eating local food, growing a beard, wearing local clothes. You work with Afghan militia fighters who may or may not be trustworthy. Some of them fought with the Mujahideen against the Soviets. Some of them fought with the Taliban before switching sides. Loyalties are fluid. Money talks. You never know who might betray you for a bigger payout from the other.
Bro, my thing is like, why? Why do this though? Feel me? Like, I feel like you gotta be like lonely to begin with to do some CIA shit.
Level 10, The Ghost. You retire after 30 years. 30 years of secrets. 30 years of operations that never happened. 30 years of
Yeah,
assets
close, bro.
recruited and betrayed, and sometimes killed. 30 years of
I see
decisions that changed the course of history in ways that will never be written in any book. There's a small ceremony in a conference room at Langley. 50 people attend. Most of them you've worked with for decades. A few are off.
Would you be a CIA agent?
Officers you mentored who are now running their own divisions. The director gives a speech about your service to your country. He talks about sacrifices. He talks about dedication. He talks about the price of freedom. Your colleagues applaud. Some of them are crying. You receive a medal.
If I'm able to like tell my family about it, tell my loved ones, I would do it. But you can't. These niggas saying you gotta be like you can't even tell your family. Like you're pretty much lonely.
Yeah.
That's crazy as fuck. And why would someone want to be a CIA
You'll probably
agent?
tell them after like you retire.
That's what I'm looking about right now. I don't know. I'm about to see right now, but what? Like, what makes you want to do that? Like, yeah, I just want to be a spy.
It's like, I mean, I guess you could tell like your loved ones that's not gonna want to know.
But like, yeah, you can't get caught though. If you get caught, you're definitely losing your job.
Yeah.
But like, then again, would you want your loved one like, would you want me to? You would probably tell me to stop.
Wow.
I mean, you would support it if I was a CIA
That's what
agent.
you're doing, yeah. You know,
But that wouldn't be a lot on you though,
why would it be a lot of me?
cause it's mad. Like CIA agent, like the type secrets though.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it.
The Distinguished Intelligence Cross, the
I wonder
highest
how much I
award
get
the
paid,
CIA
though.
can give. It will sit in a box in your closet because you can't display it. You can't explain it. You can't tell anyone what you did to earn it. You sign more non-disclosure agreements. You're reminded that everything you did, everything you saw, everything you know is classified for the rest of your life. You move to a house in Virginia, far from the
Humans can't live like that. For the rest of your life classified?
city.
Stop.
You don't have many friends. The people you worked with are scattered around the world or dead. The people you knew before the agency are strangers now. You can't tell them where you've been for 30 years. You can't explain the scars. You can't explain why you wake up at 3 a.m. and walk the perimeter of your property looking for threats that aren't there. Your pension is generous. Your health care is excellent. The government takes care of its own, at least financially. But you're alone with your memories. The assets you recruited who were caught and executed. The operations that went wrong. The people you interrogated. The people you killed. None of it officially happened. None of it will ever be acknowledged. You are a ghost. You did things that your country needed done. Things that would horrify most citizens if they knew. You carry that weight alone. You'll carry it until you die. And when you die, there will be a star on a wall at Langley. No name, just a star. One more anonymous sacrifice in a war that never ends. Somewhere, in a college dorm room, or a suburban apartment, or a military barracks, a young person is filling out an application on the CIA website. They're dreaming of adventure. They're dreaming of serving their country. They're dreaming of being part of something bigger than themselves. They're imagining Jason Bourne and James Bond and
That's what I'm saying. These niggas think this Uncharted. Word. These niggas think this a movie.
all the fictional spies who make this life look glamorous. They have no idea what they're really signing up for.
Oh, so Jason Bourne, John Wick, that's pretty much what a CIA pretty much does. Shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, that's fake crazy. If I look at a James Bond perspective though, I would do some James Bond shit. But it's like niggas not calling me every time to hop off a plane and plane explode. I'm saving bombs. I'm not doing that all the time. Once I complete it one time, bro, that's enough adrenaline for me, bro.
They don't know about the loneliness, the moral compromises, the things they'll see that they can never unsee.
Facts.
They don't know that this job will hollow them out and fill them back up with secrets. But they'll learn. They always do. The cycle begins again.
Bro, that's crazy that you can literally... What up,
I
man?
feel like doing me a favor.
What happened?
Would you feel like taking me to a booster?
Yeah, come on.
So yeah.
Huh?
Should we put this back in the fridge for me?
Alright, I'm about to be done with the food. I'm making good lunch real quick.
I bet. I ain't gonna lie. You got duck these. I ain't gonna lie though. I would not do no fucking shit like this for no type of money, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. CIA, that's too many secrets. Like, I'd be able to do one mission, tops. Other than that, I don't know.